It's so good. Hi guys.
Hey.
It is Crystal
and Tiffany.
Yep, and we are the founders of Bag Beauty Delivery. Yes, Bag Beauty Delivery LLC.
Delivery is important.
Yes.
Remember that part.
So, guys, we are so excited to start this YouTube channel because we have so much information to share with you, and
that was not shared with us
at all.
To be clear,
at all. Like, we found all of this stuff out by ourselves. So we're just going to give all this information to you guys. First, we're going to start off with how we came up with the idea of starting the Bag Beauty Delivery. You tell them.
All right, so Crystal's obviously going to help me out because if you know anything about me, my memory, we just don't go together mentally like that.
Yeah.
So, basically, some years ago, Crystal and I used to do each other's hair. Like, we would be on YouTube looking at tutorials on how to crochet this, how to faux lock that, blah, 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 blah. We would literally just take turns on each other. And one time, I don't remember if I was doing her hair or she was doing mine, but, ran out of hair. How often has that happened? Almost every time I do my hair because I'm cheap. And I feel like I could, my head's small enough. It's not, though. It never is. So, one of us ran out of hair, and it was I really wish somebody could just bring this to us. And then that was the end of that thought. Mm-hmm. Like, we never went anywhere else with it. This was like years.
And it was too late to go out to the beauty supply store because the store was closed.
Yes, because, when you trialing and erroring on somebody's head, it could take you 6, 7, 8 hours. So at that point, it was probably like 10, 11 at night. So beauty supply stores were definitely closed. Again, didn't feel like leaving to go get it. Couldn't, even if we wanted to. So just had to wait till the next morning. And I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday.
It was.
So that meant that not only did I have to wait until 10, it's a Sunday. So you got to wait until 11 to finish the hair. So that was that. Again, we had that thought, and it was just a thought, and it left.
What year?
It was some years ago.
It was years ago that this happened, and Tiffany said, like, I wish somebody would come to us, and that was the end of that thought. Mm-hmm. And then later on, Tiffany came to me and was like, we need to start.
Full disclosure, I don't remember any of that. I feel like she's giving me undue credit. I really don't remember.
No, she did. She came to me. She was like, we need to start a business that brings your supplies, your beauty supplies to you. And we talked about it. We said it, but nothing happened.
Still nothing.
Nothing happened. And that was years ago. And then I think last year, in the middle of the year she said to me, let's not forget about the business, like tapping me on my shoulder. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It had to be the middle. It's like the middle of the year. So then January 1 came around, New Year's Day, and she was like, we need to do it. It's now or never. And I was like, all right. And literally, I took it. It just took off. From January 1, we had conversations over the phone, and the rest is history. February 7th or 8th is when we had our first meeting at Chili's, and we were very secretive about it because we didn't want anybody to know about it.
Nobody stealing nothing. Like the little bartender. The bartender came over and she's like, oh my God, because she had her like laptop, like a little laptop, and she's like, what are you guys working on? And we're like, just like
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Business things.
Yep. We didn't want anybody to know, but that was our first meeting, and from then on, nonstop. So literally, what is this, the 8th month? It only took us that long to really have things up and running. That's how hard we were working, because it wasn't easy.
No.
Not even close.
Not even.
Because we didn't have any...
That's how they set you up.
Yeah.
They set you up like that because, they don't want anybody out here starting things. Like, they make it difficult and hard to find, like... I give a lot of the credit, especially for the administrative things, to Crystal, because she was on the Google machine. She was on the phone talk machine, calling people, trying to figure stuff out. Like, it was so hard. Just simple things like your retail license, which is not called a retail license, by the way. Just trying to find things and make sure we had everything we needed in place. Like, it took a lot.
And I mean, sidebar, we are going to share, I mean, everything that we have learned and found out, we're going to share with you guys. So don't you worry about that. We have some really great videos coming, and you're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah. We don't want it to be as hard for you as it was for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're not going to give everything away, but we're going to give you enough to start your own business. So whether it's a beauty supply store that you want to start or whatever you want to, a delivery company, we got some information for that too. You can find it all right here. How we found the app the app builder that we're using. We're going to tell you all the secrets, so you might want to come here.
Just stay tuned. We'll keep you plugged in as much as possible to, you know, me and my memory. Crystal gonna have to jog my memory and help me remember the stuff that we talked about and how we did this and how we did that. But just, you know, a lot of the, quite honestly, tedious things that you really do need to know to start your own business, to do it the right way, to actually, you know, keep your shit together.
Yep. How we came up with the name was very interesting, because it wasn't our first name.
Not even our second or third, I don't think.
Nah, none of that. I will say our first name was Hepa Beauty, which means here, I think. Well, what we Googled and what we thought meant here.
And like Swahili.
So it's in another language, and we were sold on that name. We had a whole background, the logo.
We definitely started creating. We ain't paid for the logo yet, but we started like ideas on what we wanted to look like, color schemes, all of that. And we started digging into it a little bit more, and we were like, you know what? I don't think this means what we think it means.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, let's see if we can find some other things. Like, I definitely wanted something more Afrocentric. I didn't want anything too, like, European, because, like, we black as fuck. And we black, and we're two black women, and we're very proud of being black. And, you know, we wanted this to be for majority black women. So... You know, because quite honestly, just speaking financially, we spend so much money. We pour so much money into the beauty industry, and we are so often overlooked. So we really wanted it to be something for just us, girls that look like us, guys that look like us. So that was like the main thing. We wanted to keep it like very, very black. That was my main thing. On the main line.
So we had that name, we scratched it, and we found out it
not that one, HABA. And then it was HAPA, which has some really weird like biracial thing going on with it, that we was just like, nah, we don't want to be associated with any of that.
So I will say, for you guys who are starting a business and trying to find a name, do a lot of research. Find out if that name that you have has a URL, like if it's already a domain. Find out if it's associated to anything. Even go on Instagram. This is what we did too. We went on Instagram and looked up tags of that to see if anybody else tags, and also tags, and also if the name already exists with somebody else. So don't even stop at your Googles. Don't even stop at your domain names. Go to Instagram and go to Facebook and see if somebody else already has that name. And then you might not want to use it. I'm not saying you can't, but try to find a better one. You know what I mean? Before you stick with that one.
Yeah, and then the name we settled on, like Bag Beauty, was way better than what we were going to use anyway. I feel like.
See, we wanted a name that said we would come to you, or we deliver, like something without saying delivery, even though we added it on there. We wanted something to say delivery without saying it. So that's kind of how we started to try to come up with the name. And so Bagged, it's going to be your bag. And we're beauties, and we're delivering these beauty items to our beauty gurus, our beauty influencers, so all that good stuff. So that's how we kind of came up with the concept. We wanted it to represent us and also say that we were delivering. So that's how we kind of came up with the name. And actually, Tiffany came up with the name. She don't even remember. Tiffany came up with the name. She sent like maybe 5 names, and I sent some back, and we both wasn't filling those names. Mm-hmm. But I woke up the next morning, I went back through her names. I was like, I like Bag Beauty. I like that one. That one stood out to me the most. And ever since then, I was like, you good? Let's go. and that was it. So that's it. That's how we came up with the name.
Okay, so why are we starting this now? Mm-hmm. So when we initially came up with the idea, however many, 11 years ago, mm-hmm. It was just an idea. And I think because we didn't have other like on-demand delivery platforms like we do now, mm-hmm. like I'm not even going to give them no free shine. Y'all know who they are. They weren't, if they were here, they certainly weren't as popular as they are now.
Yep.
So when we first, I think the reason why it was just an idea and kind of went away is because we really didn't know how we could do something like that. At all. Because we didn't really have any examples on how that would look and how it would work. Yeah. But now everything is so like, give it to me now, give it to me now, give it to me now. It just makes sense. And again, like, we the only ones doing this. We are the first ones doing this. I don't know by the time y'all see this if we're gonna be the only ones, but we're certainly the first ones that are doing anything like this.
First ones ever to have
black, white,
yep, anything,
male, female, whatever. Like nobody is doing this. Nobody is doing this. Again, I don't know when you watching this, but at the time of recording, in the year of our Lord 2019, yep, nobody is doing this. Mm-hmm. So like it's just like we need to jump in this before somebody else is. And every time she would see like an app or something where it's some type of new on demand something, yep, she would screenshot it to me like we gotta be on right now. And I do think it's a really good time to do this.
It's the perfect time to do this. Yes. And yeah, and the reason why I don't even know why we didn't go with a brick and mortar. Brick and mortar wasn't even in our mind
at all.
Like, like opening up a store was not even close to.
Never considered
at all. We literally wanted to be, and it's a niche. Nobody's done this, mm-hmm, and we wanted to set ourselves apart from everybody else. Yeah. And this brilliant mind over here came up
I'm with sure, like, I don't remember exactly, like, what made me be like, let's go right now. But I can tell you that with what I do now, mm-hmm, I am tired a lot of the time. I work a lot. I've always had this, like, entrepreneurial, mm-hmm, thing going on. Yep. I've always done my own thing, like, for the last probably 6-7 years. I haven't had, like, a boss in a really long time. But that gets really draining, I know, for me personally, because like, you know, you got to be your own support system, your own backbone. You can't call somebody in to sub in for you if need be or whatever. So for me, I'm sure I was just tired enough that, mm-hmm, I was just like, we got to do this because I'm tired of working for somebody else. Because when I sit and think about what I make versus what my boss, quote unquote, makes, it's pennies. Mm-hmm. It's nothing. And they aren't busting their butt every day like I am. Not in the same capacity that I am every day. And I knew I wanted to have something. Never knew what it was. I knew I never really wanted to have a store, which is why the brick and mortar thing never appealed to me. Even when we were talking about doing this, like, it never crossed my mind.
Yeah, we wanted to be different. And I know I am tired of going to my 9 to 5 every day. And I feel like it's time, and I haven't decided to quit my job just yet.
Decided is a strong word because she quits every other day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, you know, mentally we all quit every other
mentally day. I've quit, but I haven't necessarily walked on my job yet. But I wanted to be my own boss and to be in an industry that I definitely am a consumer of. Yeah. Then
she just got this done today.
Hello.
Right. She's serious about her thing.
I am. So to be in an industry that I'm such like passionate about, in a way, like I love it, is amazing to me, and I want to be as authentic to it as I can. So yeah, this is why we started the business. We were ready. It was time. And if we didn't start it, someone else. But as you can see, we're really excited and so nervous and
mostly her, but so excited.
so yeah, that's how we started the business. That's why we started the business, and that's how we came up with the name. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. You can also follow us on Facebook at Bag Beauty, Instagram at Bag Beauty Delivery, and right here on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.